Welcome guys, today I'm gonna show you the best strategies that we can apply in the HyperEVM blockchain. So first I would like to make a little analysis of the Hyperliquid token, the token called Hype. After that I would like to show you some strategies on the Hyperliquid blockchain, and finally I would like to show you some delta neutral strategies that we can apply to maximize our profit. First, I would like to point out that I'm not a wizard. I don't know what's the price gonna do in the future, so this is just my opinion. And I would say that Hype has actually a very high price, being totally objective since the airdrop for the people that started early on Hyperliquid. Right now, I think we are on prices to get our profits. So, however, if you're a person that never bought Hyperliquid token, I think it would be not a bad idea to get some positions at these prices so you can after that farm on their blockchains, because we can get like 150% of APR just with some protocols that we can apply, like HyperSwap or KittenSwap. So in general terms, I would say that if you have a high back of Hyperliquid tokens, I would get some profit, and if you don't have any tokens, I would buy some. Not a lot, but maybe you can do a little DCA, so if it starts going lower, you can go and do some buybacks. I would like to give you as a reminder that Hype still has 38% of their tokens locked, so they're gonna distribute these tokens to their holders and to the people that organically use their products. So I think that this 38% can be a very nice airdrop in the future. So if you start using their products, probably you're gonna earn some Hype tokens that they're gonna distribute in the future. After, I would like to show you this funding page that is called Hyperliquid Assistant Fund Buybacks. In this page, what we can see is the buybacks that Hyperliquid team is doing every day. And if we do a little average, they are more or less buying every day $2 or $3 million that they are putting exactly to their token Hype. So every day this Hyperliquid team is buying $3 or $4 million on their token. Before starting with the strategies, I would like to show you how can you bridge to the HyperEVM blockchain of Hyperliquid. You have two options. The first option is to deposit by Hyperliquid in this page, in portfolio and in deposit. Here you can deposit via Arbitrum, I think Solana, and I would say another blockchain that you can see. And when you have the deposits, you can go here, and with your Hype balances or your USDT balances, you can transfer to the EVM. This is gonna be zero fee cost, so you have here a very useful method to deposit to the EVM. If not, you can go to a bridge, for example Relay, and here you can select the token that you want in the blockchain that you want, for example HyperEVM, USDT. And for example, let's say you have some USDC in the Arbitrum blockchain, so here you can deposit at a very low commission. It depends on which route do you use. For example, this is a little expensive, but for example, you can find some that is not gonna be very costly, so it's gonna be nice. To be honest, I recommend to use the first option, but here you have another option if you can or you wanna use. First, I would like to start talking about Felix protocol. This is a CDP, and a CDP is a collateral debt position. In Felix, what you can do is deposit your collateral like Bitcoin or Hype, and with this collateral, you can create new stablecoins called Felix USD. This is not the important thing. The important thing is that in their page called Earn, you can earn some APRs thanks to the stability pools. Here what you can do is deposit your Felix USD, which you can swap in a DEX like HyperSwap or KittenSwap, and you can get your FE USD, which you can deposit in the stability pools and get an APR of more or less 10-15%. In my case, I have a deposit of 500 FUSD, and also in the lending page where Felix, what they do is they intermediate these vaults to the Morpho vaults. So if you deposit here, what Felix do is that they use this money to deposit it in Morpho and distribute the rewards. Actually, you can earn like a 5 or 10% of APR. In my case, if I had deposit in the vault of $1,700. To be honest, these APRs have been going lower, but some days ago it was the USDT Vault, for example, like a 15% APR. So you have to know that this is gonna be very variable. But if you enter every day and you see the APRs, you're gonna see that normally it's increasing. Right now it's very low, but normally it's at like 10-15%. Let's start now with KittenSwap. The first DEX that we're gonna talk about is this. And I know it exists another called HyperSwap, and the TVL is increasing, is doubled from KittenSwap, but I think that KittenSwap, due to the reason that has lower TVL, has actually more profit because the APR is higher than in HyperSwap. So you can choose whatever you want. In my case, I prefer KittenSwap. I would like you to recommend some of these pools that we have in KittenSwap, as for example, I've seen the Hype and USDE, the stablecoin from Ethena, which is paying more than 100% APR. We have also stablecoin pool with a 10% APR, which is not bad. You're also gonna get extra points in the KittenSwap protocol. I don't think that the airdrop of KittenSwap is gonna be big, but anyways, you can earn an extra on your profit from your APR. So it's something collateral and secondary. So it's not something that you're gonna say no. It's free money at the end of the day. Also, we have very good pools blue chips like Hype and Bitcoin or Hype and Ethereum. I would like to show you a good delta neutral strategy that we could apply on Hyperliquid, and is opening hedge shorts while opening liquidity pools on KittenSwap. For example, let's say that you like the APR of this pool, but you don't want to buy Hype token because you think its price is very high, or you just don't want to expose to their volatility. One good option that you can apply, it would be to add liquidity to this pool, open a range same as high and low, for example 15% high and 50% low, and after that you can come to Hyperliquid and short half of the position. Let's say that you have here $1,000, $500 to Hype and $500 in stable. After, you can open this liquidity pool and come to Hyperliquid and short $500 of Hyperliquid token. One good point is that if the funding rate is positive, in this case, you're gonna get 69% thanks to funding rates. If you short, you're gonna get an extra of profit from this page. And also, we have to say that you're gonna get points to the Hyperliquid future airdrop. So this strategy you can actually apply it with every token, every pool, every pair, with whatever you want. You can apply these head short strategies. For example, you want to go to, I don't know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, but it has low APR, but even here you could apply it, so it's not a problem. The more correlated are two tokens, the best it's gonna be your head short. For example, you have Solana and Hype. These two tokens are very correlated and they have a very strong APR. In this case, you could buy both of these tokens, open the liquidity pool, and after come to Hyperliquid and short both of the tokens. Another good pool that I've been looking for some days is the USDT USDXL pair. This is a stablecoin pool, so you're not gonna be exposing to any type of volatility, and you're gonna get a 44% APR stable. You could say that the TVL is very low, so it's gonna be very variable, but it's been passing some days since I've looked to this position, and the APR is more or less the same. But yeah, the TVL is very low and the volume is not very stable, so probably this APR is gonna be very variable. So these are the protocols, the most important protocols that I think that we can earn actually a good profit on Hyperliquid. And if you're interested, I would recommend you highly to enter to the DeFi Encyclopedia, which you can access two premium farmings that I'm going to show you: airdrops, tutorials, articles, tool, concepts, formulas that are very important to know, and a database of wallet that you can track to get some farming strategies ideas. So if you're interested, I would recommend you to send me an email and I'm gonna show you all the important information that you should know to get this encyclopedia. You're gonna pay just one time and you're gonna get a 60% discount and you're gonna have access for life. So if you're interested, send me an email that it's gonna be in the description. Thanks for watching and I hope you have a nice day.